Malnutrition isn't reducing fast enough, and there's a sense that the public and private sectors are not working well enough together to advance the reduction in malnutrition. So what can we do to change that? What are the areas we need to work on together? How can we hold each other accountable? What do we need to do to build trust? These are some of the things that we're really focusing on here, and it's a really unique group of people. It's almost 50-50 public-private. We've got people from big businesses, small businesses, people from governments in the north, governments in the south, the UN representatives, civil society representatives. All of these different stakeholders have the same goal, accelerating the reduction in malnutrition. And this is all about how do we work together better, and what kind of commitments can we make for this incredible opportunity we have next year in the Japan Olympic Summit.
There are already a lot of very positive examples of partnerships, collaborations between private sector, NGOs, governments to combat malnutrition. I think it's very clear that nobody can do this alone. We have to work together.
This meeting is really interesting because it's very engaging for the private sector.
What I've learned today is how important it is to get together. The private sector and public partners just don't necessarily see each other that often, and just to talk and to listen to each other, that's really paramount.
I think we need to have more discussions with the private sector and with the financial institutions to really see what can make a major impact in Tokyo.
The most important commitment the business can do in Japan is to really have a commitment towards delivering more healthy, sustainable produced food, and also with clear monitoring goals.
One major aspect of the Eat Lancet report was the need to increase fruit and vegetable, whole grain, legume consumption everywhere. And if the private sector could be driving and providing those kind of products, making them attractive and affordable, that would be a major step forward.
I also think the willingness to invest for long term. Rijksbaan is also doing this, and we expect from partners the same. It's not a quick win. It's not a quick win. We cannot change this tomorrow.
I really believe that beyond delivering and offering healthier and more sustainable products, we can commit to act together, to set up coalition of action, to best impact healthier and more sustainable practices of people.
Each business has their own ability to contribute in their own way, whatever expertise they bring to the table. For us at Google in the tech sector, we can be what we call a living lab to bring best practices forward, to share those best practices, and to continue to challenge the industry to contribute to the road to Tokyo.
Businesses need to not just produce calories, but also quality calories, and ensure that is from what we grow and where we grow it to actually the food that's put into the supermarket or into the marketplace. And the commitment has to be across the board in relation to really shifting this system.
Other stakeholders like us in government, I think what we need to do is to bring them in, make them part of the solution. We keep talking about the businesses being part of the problem. We need to work out strategies to make them part of the solution.
The other stakeholders, they have to think about positive incentives. This is what will trigger the business, and to reward the positive actions, even the small steps.
Important for governments to step up and to create a level playing field, and to make sure that there are clear targets, what they expect from business and what they define as nutritious, so that everybody can work to the same goal.
I think all stakeholders, and that includes the private sector as well, have to create enabling platforms to take the whole idea of nutrition forward. I think that is really critical, and I sometimes feel that we talk about platforms, but we don't create these enabling platforms. Perhaps this is a start.
I think it's an integrated approach. I think governments should start adding nutrition into their national strategy.
As the government has been pursuing to create an enabling environment for businesses, especially to attract investment through improving the ease of doing business.
So we need to see a strong regulatory environment. We need to see governments taking nutrition and food systems seriously across the whole of government and creating the conditions where it's profitable for businesses to be providing healthy and sustainable food.
We're at the end of the Hague conference now, and we are very grateful for the energy, ideas, inclusive discussions and openness during these 2 days. And my hope for the next steps is really that we can continue to be inclusive, working together as business, civil society and governance to come up with concrete, smart commitments that will really help tackling malnutrition in all forms.